Hello, everybody, and happy 2024. Graham's away on holidays today, that lucky guy soaking up some much needed sunshine. So you're stuck with just the three of us. We hope everyone had a really happy holiday season. And we're here for your first update of the year. Adam has some news for us on something we all expect to receive January of every year.
Yeah, so I was just going to touch on BC assessment because I'm sure everyone likes to pop that open when it comes in the mail. Just in case people aren't aware, the sales data for BC assessment actually comes from July 1st, before this January. So by the time you receive it, it's already pretty much 6 months dated. And in changing markets, sometimes it can be pretty inaccurate. So it's always good to take it with a grain of salt. They base the values on statistics like location, size of home, number of bedrooms, all the information you see online. But more interestingly, because not a lot of people know this, just because your BC assessment value goes up, it doesn't always mean your taxes will change. They rate it kind of based on in your category, if you went up more than everyone else, or if you didn't go up as much as everyone else, then you can see your taxes go up, down, or stay about the same. Uh, if you have any issues with your BC assessment value, you can go to their website. All the information is there. But the first level of appeal, you have to have that done by the end of January. And then if you go to the second level appeal, it has to be done by the end of April.
Coming up quick. And so one thing we
Mhm.
often find this time of year is people are curious how the value of their home relates to their assessment. So don't hesitate to text, call, or email us if you're curious about what we think about your assessment. We get those calls every January. And Julian, you have an update for us on how things are looking for rates this coming year.
Yeah, I know the rate conversation we've talked about a lot in our monthly meetings here, but it is an important conversation to have. And in December, there's multiple economists that predicted what they think will happen for 2024. So I'm going to use one that was kind of in the middle, not major drops, not no drops, but Benjamin Tal from CIBC. He's predicting that rates will start to decrease in Q3 or Q4 of 2024, but they shouldn't decrease that much this year. He thinks maybe between 25 and 75 basis points this year, and then next year we'll see more significant rate drops. And on average, economists are predicting the overnight rate to end up at about 3%, which is 2% lower than today's rates, but still higher than it was in 2021, 2022, when rates were at their all-time low.
I think it'll be a long, long time before we see those rates again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as far as market stats go, we're seeing what we see normally this time of year. Sales volume is low in December. That's reflected again in December stats. We see that every year. One thing we have started to see, which we've been waiting for, is average days on market for all categories to hit that 45 to 60 days. And that really starts to show us we're moving into a more balanced market. We do still have low inventory. So the stats for December are kind of skewed because a lot of the inventory that was coming up as new inventory in December was actually relists. And so those are listings that had been on the market late summer, early fall, weren't selling. They come off the market, they come up the next day or a few days later, sometimes at a new price, sometimes not. And they get that 0 days on market. So if you are looking for a home, it's important to be aware of the history, how many days it was actually on the market versus what we're seeing. And one of the things we're already seeing this week is people being curious about the value of their home now and getting it ready for the spring. So you'd be amazed how much the weather dictates the spring real estate market. And if we continue to have a mild winter, fingers crossed, I expect we'll see an early spring. We're going to see inventory climbing quite heavily in the next few months, which is going to make it even more important to be sharp in your price. And hopefully as those rates start trending down, buyers become more motivated. That's everything for today. And we hope you all have a wonderful January, and we'll see you next month.